The chilly cold winters of northern India have returned, and how. But despite the Chandigarh administration and municipal corporation having opened more than a dozen rain baseras or night shelters, the poor and the destitute still struggle to find a roof over their heads and a safe space to rest at night. The Chandigarh Municipal Corporation has taken up the gauntlet to provide shelter to urban poor households and homeless in Chandigarh during the chilly winters that the city witnesses, especially in the months from December to February. The night shelters or rain baseras are a foolproof system to assure a roof over the heads of those who have no place to stay and no home to call their own. For a stay in the night shelter, it is must for the occupants to carry an authentic government ID proof. We also maintain records of the same that go through frequent inspections by the authorities. Rain baseras are a part of SUH scheme, that is, Shelter for Urban Homeless, which is a subcategory or component of DAY-NULM. This is a Government of India mission, that is an abbreviation for Dayanand Antyodaya Yojana, National Urban Livelihoods Mission, which is aimed at reducing poverty and vulnerability of the urban poor by enabling self-employment and skilled wage employment opportunities. The mission is also aimed at providing permanent shelter to the urban homeless. Homeless here is a term used for people who don't have their own home or even a rented one. We don't tolerate any misbehavior in the shelter. Yes, drunkards do come often for a place, but we don't let them in at all because we are responsible for everyone's safety. These shelters are divided into two, temporary and permanent. Chandigarh currently has 10 temporary night shelters that will be functioning only during the peak winter season, that is from December to February, and only 2 permanent shelters in Sector 17, which is supervised and managed by Red Cross Society, and 1 in Sector 26. The central government has listed down numerous facilities that must be included in each shelter set up under this mission. These facilities include water arrangements, adequate bathing and toilet facilities, fire protection measures, regular cleaning of blankets, personal lockers, common recreation space. The temporary rain baseras were missing out on most of these facilities. Our shelter is one out of the only 2 permanent shelters in Chandigarh and is managed by Red Cross Society under the central government. It is a paid facility, but the rates are minimal. Rain baseras were started specifically for the poor and the homeless, but it seems that the administration has been at a complete loss in moving them from the roadside. The winter season has just begun and the temperature has already seen a dip, and they still remain unaware of such shelters' existence. The administration sure has made efforts, but done little to nothing in spreading awareness of their existence. We can't make every person aware by knocking their door, but we're trying our best to do what we can. Making the shelters in the busiest sectors of Chandigarh puts them in a spot that cannot be missed by anyone in need. However, no one without a government ID proof can stay in the night shelters. The government has done enough to facilitate the poor to get their Aadhaar cards and bank accounts, so anyone still not having an ID proof is responsible himself. Rain baseras, also known as night shelters, are a part of bigger initiative or mission by the Government of India, that is DAY-NULM, which stands for Dayanand Antyodaya Yojana, National Urban Livelihood Mission. The ulterior motive of this mission is to reduce poverty and the vulnerability of urban poor households, side by side providing them with shelter which has essential services as well. However, it must be noted that A mere initiative is no solution to the problem of poverty and increasing their standard of living, as the very people that the mission caters to seem unbothered and dispassionate about the efforts made by the government. All the efforts that are made by the government of India are in vain unless they take up the challenge to educate and spread awareness amongst those chained by the vicious circle of poverty. This is Muskan Sharma reporting for Chitkara News with camera person Atrit Sharma.